Hello everybody, welcome to my channel. Today we have an amazing problem for you guys. We're going to be talking about running sum of 1D array, right? So this is a very good problem. So let's see what it's all about, right? So it says given an array nums, right? We define a running sum of an array to be so for a running sum of I, right, it's equal to the sum of all the elements from the beginning of the array up to that index, right, including that index as well, right? So in our job, right, you want us to return the running sum of nums, right? So pretty concise and clear prompt statement. So what they're saying pretty much, right, we'll be given an array, right, like you see nums here, right, and our job is to return an array, right, that contains the running sum for each of the indices, right, that we have here, guys, right. For each index we need to return the running sum, right, and that's what we'll be doing, guys, right. And the running sum, right, for an index, right, is the sum of all the elements from the beginning of the array up to and including that index, right? So that's what we're here, right? So let's go through an example so we could solidify the ask, right? So we see that we have 1 here, right? So for index 1, the running sum will be 1 only, right? Which is clear because that's the first number, right? And then when we get to index 1, right? Index 1, you see we have 2 here, so we add all the numbers, right? Which is 1 plus 2 is 3, right? And then you see index 2 right here, right? We add all the numbers, we get 6, right? And the last one, add up all the numbers in the array, and we get 10, guys. Where it's kind of and they've explained to us how they got that, right? And they've done it the exact same, right? So example here, guys, right? So the running sum, right? So we need to calculate the running sum for each number, for each index, right? So that's kind of what we need to do. Okay, so how do we solve this, right? Like an algorithm, right? Well, we always like to start with the most brute force solution, right? So what I'm thinking is we start off with, since we need to do it for every index, right? What we do, I'm talking about brute force here, guys, right? We're going to be doing a double for loop, right? All right, a double for loop. So for each index, we calculate, we loop through the beginning of the array, add up all the numbers, and then we stop at the index that we would calculate for, right? So let's say for 1, right, we have 1 for loop, 1 pointer, right, and then we loop through again. We're going over for the first loop, so we get 1, we put 1 here, and then when we get here, we do another loop to add up all the numbers, right, starting from the beginning of the array up to the index, right? So we add 1 plus 2, we get 3, we put 3 here, right? And then once we get to this index, right, we need to calculate the running sum, right? How do we do that? We have a double for loop, right? We add up all the numbers, boom, 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 right? And then we get 6, right? That's what we do. And then the last one, we do the same thing again, right? We start again from the beginning of the array, and we loop through the whole array, right, until we, add up all the numbers and we get the desired result, right? And then return that to the caller and say we're good, right? But as you can tell, right, we're doing a lot of repeated work. Is there a way we could do better, guys? Right, it's kind of what we need to think about. Can we do a little bit better? Because doing this looping over and over doesn't seem like pretty practical, right? Pretty good, especially if we have large arrays, guys, right? It won't be too efficient. How do we go ahead and improve, guys, right? Okay, so what I'm thinking is to how can we not loop through every time, right? So I'm thinking maybe we could store the sum, right? The sum of the running sum that we're building, right? We stored it in some kind of variable, right? And yeah, so I think that can help us to solve this, guys, right? So we have a sum variable that we use to add up all the numbers, right? So initially we start somewhere 0, right? And then we go into the first index, we add that number at that particular index that we're on, right? We add 1, and then we just add it at that index, right? And then we go into the next number, we add whatever number is there, right? So it's 1 plus 2, right? It's 3 now. So and then we put 3 in the output result, right? At index 1, right? Right? It matches perfectly fine. Then we go to the next one, index 2, right? We add up this number as well. We get 6, and we put 6 in the output result, right? And then we add up, go to the next index, we add up 4, and then we end up with 10, guys, right? It's as easy as that, right? We introduce a variable to keep track of the running sum, guys, right? This is a very, very good problem to get used to, guys, right? Because this problem is going to allow us to solve all the problems in relating to prefix sum, guys, right? So, yeah, so we have a sum variable we agreed on, and so we'll essentially just loop through the array, right? I++, And what I'm thinking, let's have an output result. Okay, so norms outline. All right, and then what we're gonna do, guys, like we said, that we add up that number, right? So we add it to the sum verb, right? And then what we do, res I equals to sum, right? Because it has the running sum up to that point, guys, right? So that's just what the variable is helpful for, right? It helps us to accumulate all the sums, right, from the beginning of the array, and then that's why we could easily add it to, the output result, guys, right? And then after we do that, I think we are in good shape. We return the result to the caller, okay? As easy as that. So I'm tripping. Yes, I think it's fine now. Looks good. Let's press submit. Awesome, guys. We're able to pass all the test cases, guys, right? If you guys found value, you guys enjoyed this video, let me know that in the comments section, right? If you're new here, make sure to subscribe because we'll be doing a lot of other videos just like this one. So I want to thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video.